Hello, my little subscribers. We are back with episode 2 of Lost in the Everfree Forest. Creep Tales from Beyond Death with your host, Gravedigger. Woo! I'm gonna say right now that I'm going to read today's episode with my normal voice, but I'm gonna try and give the characters as much enthusiasm and personality as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy. Day 4. I awoke more exhausted than when I had fallen asleep. I had horrible nightmares about that damned hooded pony. I think it's just my stressed out brain trying to get to me. Well, not today, brain. So I begin making the bed and getting dressed for the day. I kick off my search by heading downstairs to talk to the young pony who worked at the reception desk. As I trot down the steps, I pass by an old friend from my days in recruit training. Hey, Blitzfire, right? He looks happy and expectant. Oh, what should I do? Oh, hey, you? Now, I know what you're thinking. What a friend, right? Well, let me tell you why. It was the first day of recruit training, and he had just been transferred to my squad. Well, we begin lunch, and he spots me from across the cafeteria. And from there, he comes over to my table and sits across from me. Hey, Blitz, he says softly. Oh, hey, I say back happily. Do you remember me? He asked shyly. Oh, yeah! Didn't you go to school with me and Holly Spiral? She was my childhood friend. I asked with joy, happy to see a friend from back in my Philly days. Yeah, that's me, Old Buck. He smiles, blushes, and then drops his eyes to the floor. You know, I'd like to catch up sometime. He slowly brings his eyes up to meet mine. I blushed and shot my eyes away in any direction that wasn't on his. Now fast forward a couple months. We've been together for about a couple weeks. So, you know what Hollow Wisp told me the other day? He looks at me, then returns his gaze back onto his phone. She, told me that she saw you with Candy Whip again last night at the Crooked Saddle. I start tearing up. He gets up, looks at me with the blankest stare I've ever gotten, then turns and walks up the stairs. I can only hesitantly follow him, up the stairs, around, down the hall. Then, what I saw next shattered my heart. What? I'm leaving you. I'm sorry, he says, just as emotionless as he'd been since he'd found out I couldn't have kids. But you said you loved me. Yeah, was all he could say. He finished gathering his things, then continued down the steps and out the door. All without looking back, or even... Well, honestly, I don't really blame him. And with that, we lost contact and never talked again. End the flashback. And that is why I had acted the way I did. You don't remember me, do you? Though, I will say, it has been a while. I choose my words carefully, all without keeping my eyes locked on anything other than his eyes. Nope, can't say that I do. Sorry, friend. I say, vainly hoping that he would buy my lie, and then say that he must have mistaken me for another pony. Unfortunately for me, my world doesn't work like that. It's me, Old Buck. Yep, those were fun days, he gushed happily and bumped me with his shoulder. Part of me wanted to look at him straight in the eyes and say, oh, yeah? You mean like when you were cheating on me? Or when you left me for another mare? But another just wanted to shrivel up and die, because even though we had been together for only a couple weeks, I had given him everything. I thought he was the one for me. But then once I had told him that one piece of information, it was like every ounce of love from the tip of his ears to the very bottom of his hooves had been completely drained from him. And then the cheating. And then I snap out of the trance I was in and say, sorry, friend. Still don't recall. He shoots me a slight glare. But then when I give no response to any of his gestures, he stops and smiles. It's okay. You'll remember, he whispers in my ear as he passes by me, and taking a very loud leave, saying, sorry to have bothered you. I guess I was mistaken. Everyone around me looks and then goes back to the conversations they were having. I smile, embarrassed about how loudly he had made his exit, then gather my things and leave to town square. Maybe something in my stomach will help. A mare and a stallion passing by glance my direction, so I ask, hey, do you two know where I could possibly get something sweet to eat? They look at each other, then back at me, and then choose to just walk away like I had never said anything. But luckily enough, I catch the top of a pink building with a cupcake on top. It's okay, I got it, I shout toward the couple, long gone by now. So I head in the direction of the shop with the giant cupcake. As I approach the door, the smell of cupcakes, muffins, and cookies fill my nose. I look around intensely and find that the source of the smell is coming from nowhere other than an oven in the kitchen manned by a young pink pony. The smell was delightful, vanilla with hints of hazelnut, and then for a twist, a dash of strawberry and banana for some fruity scent. She even stated that happily aloud as I was thinking that very thing. It was like she was speaking to another customer who had asked her what she was baking. And just as I look over, I can hear her say, I call it hazelnut fruit blast. Hazelnut fruit blast, huh? I like it, I say to myself. I should give one of these glazed and glossy donuts a try too. All this thinking led me to only manage to say that I wanted a really tasty looking brownie. So I walk over to the table and take a seat. I grab my wallet from my coat and set it beside me on the table under my coffee as usual. Can't get robbed, you know. I get a menu and await the waiter. After making a choice, I put it down and see none other than the hooded pony once again. So I decided I had had enough. I calmly approached the table he was sitting at, and soon as they noticed what I was doing, they made a mad dash for the door. Not wanting to stir any pony, I just simply said, I thought I saw him earlier today, and he just ran away before I could say anything to him. Luckily, every pony believed me, so I had simply canceled my order, then decided to just cook something at the home away from home I call the hotel. End of day 4. Notes. Wow, today's been a long one. And with how old Buck acted, I don't think he's innocent when it comes to the kidnappings either. But I have no evidence on either of my suspects, and no leads either. So conclusion, no suspects, and no leads. End of notes. And with that, my little subscribers, I must bid you adieu. Farewell, Avita say goodbye. I must go now, for my kids must go take a nap. But I hope you enjoyed the story, and the next episode will be up when I finish the next 6 pages. Because like I said, this is a handwritten story. I did this all myself. I'm making the videos myself. And so yeah, I'm just doing the best that I can. Hope you guys enjoy, like, subscribe, and all that. Bye!